Hey guys, this is CeeCeeG. Welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to put together a simple piece of jewelry, like a jewelry set. And I had bought these beads a couple weeks ago. They look like this. Excuse my light because it's kind of bouncing off the camera right now. Let me see if I can adjust. Take it away from there. Okay, that's better. So yes, this is a strand, like these semi-precious stone beads right here, and I'm going to make this piece for myself because I haven't made myself anything in quite a long time, so that's what's going to happen today. So what I usually do is I first organize my beads on the bead board to see how I want my beads to look, the sequence of beads. Sometimes I add beads to fill in to give it more detail. So just stick with me and I will show you the process. So first I'm going to undo these beads from the packet here. Okay. And so I'm going to cut this in because it's a little quirky here and I'll be trying to pull it apart. Now, I just want to warn you, I don't have right now in possession my magnifying glass. I am going to be using one soon. I wanted to try something new and I ordered from Amazon. So most of the times when I do my jewelry, because I'm very nearsighted and I really can't see out my left eye good, my right eye is hanging on, but I don't let that stop me. So you may see me look at the wire and the bead very close to my face because that's how I do my jewelry for right now. So I'm going to lay out the beads, and as you see, I'm lining them up here because I'm going to put something in between each. And I like this stone. It's like an earthy tone, semi-precious stone. And I want to add a little gold and a little crystal to this to make it bling. Because I'm a sister that likes to bling. So I want it to pop. So I'm going to continue to go around the bead board like so. I'm just going to work with this one strand for right now. And keep going around. Alright, so I went through the first strand. So the next thing I'm going to do is I went to Hobby Lobby today because I needed some spacer beads and I needed some crystal beads because I want to fill in this necklace with something nice and something that will bling. So I'll show you like some of the supplies that I bought. You need, it's not just the beads, but you need the hardware like to make this stuff. So I bought me some silver jump rings. I like jump rings that are thicker because they won't break or come apart easily. So I bought these jump rings for any, type of jewelry that I make. And this one is the 9mm. These are a little bit larger than, I would use this on like a big, like if it was a big fat necklace, something that can hold some weight. I would use this on those. I also bought some toggles, clasp, because I like toggles. I do use the fish hooks from time to time, but toggles are so much easier to put on, take off, and I like them. And you can find them in different styles and variations. They're really cute when you put your jewelry together. Here's another pack of the same one. And they have a sale going on. I mean, like Hobby Lobby, they usually have a sale going on for the most part. I never had to come in there and really spend like full price or anything because they always have a constant sale going on. And I appreciate that because buying beads and supplies can become very costly. Okay, so then I bought these little pretty crystal beads. It has that shimmer like with the color in it. I think these are called like the AB crystal, because the AB crystals have like this color variation. It's clear, but you can see like a rainbow like kind of thing going on. So, but I like them. They bling and they're cute to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them apart from this tag, and I'm going to add them in between each bead that I just laid out. So you want to have your beads, everything to flow together and look proportionate to one another. You don't want it looking lopsided. Unless you're into that eclectic look. And I've done some eclectic pieces in the past. You know, stuff that people wouldn't ordinarily wear. But some people like abstract jewelry. They like weird, strange looking stuff that nobody really has. So, and I have done some in denim before. You can just go to like a thrift store, find yourself some really nice jeans that have some type of embellishment on the pockets or the buckle where the belt goes. You can make earrings out of those. You can make like the whole back pocket as an earring. Like there's so many ways, like things that you can do with denim and material. And I've also done stuff like jewelry with lace as well. Okay, so I went on and I did this set first. So we have the gemstone beads and then we have the crystal bead. Now the next thing I need to put in here is a little spacer bead. Spacer beads add a little accent to the piece that you're creating, so it has character. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to decide, like, should I go with this one, which I like, it's really nice, or I may have to look on the floor because I have some other beads that I actually, spacer beads. I have tons of beads. So I think I'm going to use these rather. Okay. So we're going to take these apart. Be careful, because if you pull this thing apart and them beads start coming off this string, it'll be hell to pay trying to find them all and pick them all up. Especially with somebody like me. It's really hard at times to see. Like, I don't want to give up on something that I enjoy doing. And creating jewelry is something that I enjoy doing. Okay. Oh, no. Guess what just happened? No, they didn't do it. It fell. Okay. So, the first thing is, I have my wire here, and I'm going to lay that to the side for a second. The next thing I need to do is I need to pull out toggle clasp ring. For some reason, they have a tiny jump ring in there. If you can see it, it's a tiny jump ring in there. It has to come out. Sometimes it's a little tricky getting it out of there. Okay, so I've already cut the little jump ring that held the toggle together. I guess they do that to kind of keep the pairs together so you don't have to be digging in the bag trying to find it. So I just, if you can see, there's this wire. I just put it through there like that, and then see how I have the wire going? I'm going to take this end and put it all the way down to the other end. because I'm going to need to put not a jump bead, but the, I forget what they call them. For some reason, I can't remember, but I got to put it on there. So it's these little beads, they kind of clamp the jewelry down so they won't fall off. They're called crimp beads. These little, they're very tiny, crimp beads. They hold the endings together. I had a little brain freeze, I don't know, fart or whatever you want to call it. Actually, let me just do, I usually put 2 on the ends. They're like, I don't even know if you can see it in my finger. It's so tiny. So I have to like really look close. Okay, then I'm going to take, and this is how it should look, like that. You see the little small crimp beads, and this is the end of the toggle. You're going to take your chain nose pliers, these are the flat nose, and you're going to pull them all the way to the end with the flat nose, and then you're going to crimp them. So you smash them inside the chain nose pliers. And then it should look like that, like it's flattened. You can see. And then you can just double check to make sure everything is good. And I might just give it another squeeze. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, and this is how I do, so you should have 2 ends here. Usually, I like to double my wire because I don't like my necklaces falling apart. I try to keep them sturdy so they can last a long time. Now, I'm using the silver wire, even though I have gold in here, but you can't even hardly see it, so who cares? So I'm going to go ahead and start making the jewelry. So I have this bead. I'm going to start putting it through there. And this is what it looks like at the end. And then I'm going to get my gold spacer beads. These are kind of small. Sometimes can be tricky for me to see. But this is what I do when no one's looking. I bring it all the way up to my face. Or I bring my head down to it. And then I put it together like that. Then I'm going to add a crystal bead. And sometimes I have to fish around for the hole because sometimes I just clearly cannot see it. It's like doing braille on a bead. Let's see. Oh yes, this is popping. I like it. I like it a lot. This might take me a little while because it's really small. And so I'm going to continue. If you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but put that on there. Then I'll do the crystal. As you can see, I struggle, but I don't let it get me, you know? Because when you have a desire to do something, you keep trying until you get it right. Okay, so this is what I have so far on the strand. And it's coming out really nice. So this will go nice with a nice suit. If you need something to wear to go to church or whatever you need, a business meeting, like you want to come there looking sharp. Okay, so I'm trying to get this spacer bead in my hand. It's a little challenging at times. Sometimes these beads, the way they drill the holes, sometimes they don't drill the hole like large enough, and you're trying to throw that wire down in there, and it makes it hard. Sometimes you just want to get a refund because, I would just have like most of the beads already on the strand. I ain't gonna take it all apart after I did all that work. That ain't happening. So I'm gonna keep going. Trying to maneuver this bead. Maybe I need to get some larger space beads. But I know sometimes I go for a certain look, and I like my stuff to look nice. Okay, here we go. And as a matter of fact, the lighting in here sucks. So I'm going to eventually, I have a lamp that's coming soon. I wanted something very, very bright. Like I need bright because this lighting is not it. Okay, so I had to open up another strand of beads because, yes, this is quite long, but I want my necklace a little longer because I'm tall. I don't want my necklace choking me up at the top of my neck. So I'm going to continue to keep stringing these beads till I get to a certain point. So, and then I had to open up some more crystal beads as well because I use both of those one-stranders on each bead. This light is just not sufficient, but I'm working on it. Are you a person that likes beaded jewelry, or you like a chain person? You want like gold and or gold tone necklaces with some type of charm on it? What is your style of jewelry? What type of jewelry do you like? Or what kind of metal? Like, do you like to wear, like, is it gold or silver or rose gold? What is your favorite? I really don't have a favorite, but I like gold and silver both. I just do. So I tend to switch up, with my clothing because I like to look nice. I don't want to look, crazy and overpowering in my outfits, but I do like to look nice in my clothes, and I like to dress my clothes up with jewelry. So I'm just about getting down to the wire here. I don't know how much more I can put on here, but I'm going to have to need some room so I can stick the other end of the toggle on here. And because sometimes, like, I cut too much wire and then I end up wasting a lot. So it's kind of hard to judge, like, how much you need at times. And then sometimes I go and I cut it and I don't cut enough, like I think this one is. But I'm going to take it down as far as I can go. If it's not enough wire at the end, I might have to take some off. And I'm going to see how far I can go. I might just, after this crystal, I'm going to put on the spacer, and then I'm going to just end it with this last green one. I think the this should, let me check my neck. Yeah, I think this is sufficient. Let's see. Can I do it one more? Let me try. One or two more. I'm really pushing it this time. So I like my necklaces to be, it depends. Like the one that I have on right now, I didn't particularly make this. I bought this. But, okay, let's see. Trying to add more length. Okay, so here's the necklace I just did. Hopefully that'll be enough. I'm just going to quit at this point. So now the next step is to end your piece. So you have the wire here, and you're going to take your crimp beads. You're going to put your crimp bead on first so that you can add the last part of the toggle to the end. So I'm going to grab two of these, and I'm going to feed it through the crimp bead. See, let me show you. This is the crimp bead, that little bead in between. That's what's going to end the necklace. Okay, so that's one. And then I'm going to add another one. You want to have a tight hold at the end. And then I have the toggle. This is the bar end. And you're going to put the wire through the loop on the toggle. And you're going to pull it through. Now, when you go to feed this in, you see how the toggle is sliding back and forth? Okay, so you want that piece to sit back. Then you slide down the crimp bead. Kind of hold it in your hand and feed the ending of the wire through both of the crimp beads. And keep feeding it and keep feeding it. And then you're going to take your finger and you're going to kind of pull it, those crimp beads towards the toggle. Okay? And then what I do is I pull them down slightly. And then I will take my needle nose pliers. These are the needle nose. And the two endings here, because I doubled my strand, I'll keep pulling it. And as I'm pulling it, it'll become tighter, the wire. I'm pulling this and I'm pulling it through. Sometimes you gotta fumble around with this thing. And then what I do, when I get really close to the end of pulling down the crimp bead, I take one of these wires that I have on here and I pull it down. And then the other, likewise, I'll pull it down till it's tight. So see how that hold is right there? You want to pull it as tight as you can, but you don't want to make it too tight, because then you won't have any tension in the necklace. It'll be all stiff and you can barely move it. Okay. This is what I do all the time. Sometimes it becomes challenging because I'm trying to do it, and it's hard at times, but I don't let it get the best of me. All right, so now I have them down tight. Let's see, let's just make sure. No, I'm going to do one more pull. I'm going to pull one, and then I'm going to pull this one down. Then I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to flatten those crimp beads to end it. So just make sure it's nice and flat. This will keep and prevent the beads from coming apart. See how that is? It's done. Okay, so now you want to take off the excess wire because you don't want that rubbing against your skin and scratching you. And so you're going to try to get as close to where those crimp beads are to snip it off. So I have to kind of look at what I'm doing here. It can be a little hard for me, but I'm going to go and I took them off, I cut them off. And then I'm going to straighten out my toggle. Everything looks good. I'm going to just do one more squeeze with my chain nose pliers just to make sure everything is cool. Okay, so now here's the necklace. It's all complete, and you can slide the bar right into the circle part of the toggle, and it's a complete necklace. All done. And it's that easy. Like, you can just start out with one single strand just to build up your confidence and just to learn how to put beads together and how to put them on your bead board and get a design going. And that's it. So, if you found this video enjoyable, please make sure you comment on the page. I want to hear from you. I know a lot of you are watching me. And what kind of crafts do you like doing? Like, let's talk about it. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications. I thank each and every one of you for watching. And you all have a blessed evening and a good day tomorrow. God bless.